the service value system. In this section of the course, we're going to briefly describe the service value system. Now, this ties back to one of the objectives on the exam, which is to describe the service value system. So for the exam, you need to make sure you understand what the service value system is and the components that make up this service value system. So let's start with what is the service value system. Well, the service value system, or the SVS, is going to describe how all of the components and activities of your organization work together as a system to enable value co-creation. Now, these components and activities are all tied together within the organization's resources, and they can be configured and reconfigured in multiple different combinations in this flexible way based on the circumstances. Now, this is going to require some integration and coordination of all of the different activities and practices and teams within the organization, as well as different authorities and responsibilities for this to truly be effective. Some organizations are much more flexible than others. Some are very tight and stringent in their ways. But depending on your organization and its culture, you're going to be able to utilize this service value system in a very rigid or very flexible manner. It just depends on your organization and how you implement it. Now, the purpose of this service value system is to ensure that your organization is continually co-creating value with all of your stakeholders through the use and management of the products and services that you have within your organization. Now, when we look at this service value system, it's made up of three basic blocks that we're going to see. You'll see on the left side we have opportunity and demand. That's our input. We have on the right side value. That's our output. And then we have all this stuff in the middle. In the middle, we have the service value chain, and we're going to dedicate an entire section of this course to talking about the service value chain. Around that service value chain, we also have governance and practices. We're going to talk a lot about practices in their own section of this course, which is the final three sections, because there are 34 different practices inside of IDOL 4 that we're going to cover. And then we have governance, which is the way the organization is run. We talked a little bit about governance before, and we're going to revisit that in this section. And then we have the guiding principles and continual improvement. And again, the guiding principles is a big concept, so we're going to spend an entire section on that as well. So before we go any further, I just want to say welcome to the service value system, and we're going to start focusing on opportunity and demand and value, those inputs and outputs, in the next lesson.